Hey, what's good? What's good? This is Thawahgabar for Black Authentic Truth, man. I'm in the building. Got a couple of videos I want to go through. I want to slide through. You know what I'm saying? We're going to slide through, hit these videos, and we're going to get it in. Yes, we're going to get it in. We're definitely about to get it in. Got a few videos, man. Been busy. I went to the Passover this past weekend. Man, it was amazing. It's amazing to see so many black people enjoying themselves, so many black people coming together in one place, and there's no fighting, there's no fussing. If you lose something, if you're missing something, you're going to get it back. If you drop your wallet, you drop your purse, your phone, whatever. Your children are safe. Everybody is safe. Everybody's having a good time, and that is a very rare occurrence in the black community. If you up in here, say something in the comments so I can shout you out. This is the Woggle Bar for Black Authentic Truth in the building. Uh, Definitely about to get it in. I usually don't go live at this time. Had some technical difficulties yesterday and was not able to go live. So I'm going to get it in, get these videos out the way, give my opinion, my expert analysis, and yeah, my perspective. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna move real quick. I want to go to this video where Ghana is actually demolishing African American buildings in Ghana, their establishments. So I'm gonna get this video. Now, this is the brother Go to Africa. This brother, like I said before, if y'all seen the video where I got on another platform for sharing my video, going crazy viral and not giving me the credit. Well, this brother shared my video and he did give me the credit. Okay, let me just check and make sure my audio is correct. Oh yeah, definitely. We up in there, right? We in there like swimwear. So let me add this to the stage. Now, this brother is actually interviewing a brother that whose buildings were demolished. He's interviewing him, asking him what was going on, what was the reason for Ghana actually, the authorities actually demolishing these buildings, which were owned by Israelites or people from the congregation of Damona, Israel. Okay, let me get it.
And I have a great report, I guess, if you will, or a great update, or maybe not so great, if we will. But we have our dear brother here, Atur Ben Or, who is affiliated with the Hebrew Israelites there in Damona, Israel, and he is one of the part of the leadership there, but it's stationed here in Ghana, and is going to give us an update to what a video that I did and others have done when Ghana demolished their community, their buildings that was on land and was rightfully theirs to lease. And so it was a big stink. It wound up in court, and many people are wondering what has transpired since then. So they are wanting to go and just share what has all been with where they're at this point right now today. And so, without further ado, my brother, welcome here to Go Black to Africa platform, and please introduce yourself as you will, and we're going to get into this.
Thank you, Brother Kofi. Giving all honor and praise to the Most High, first and foremost, as always, and to our anointed leadership there in Mona, the Holy Council, and the divine ministers, the crown brothers and sisters, saints, and all those striving for righteousness and peace throughout the world. I greet you in the Hebrew tongue, shalom, shalom. And as you mentioned, my name is Atur Ben Or, and I'm stationed here in Ghana, West Africa, Cape Coast to be specific. And I've been here since 2009. And I came at the request of our anointed spiritual leader, Ben Ami, who had asked me to come and to work and serve in our institutions there, our redemptive institutions that he had established for us there, working with the Ghana Ministry of Health and with the idea of bringing in alternative health services in the form of preventive health care, regenerative health and nutrition, as well as to just teach people about healthy lifestyle there in Ghana. So I came in 2009 at that request, and I've been here since then.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, many people, like I said just a few moments ago, have really taken on an interest of this land. Let me get the naysayers, the haters, and the gossipers out the way. When it came to the allegations that the land that you are on, you did not fulfill obligations, and Ghana had the right to do what they did. Can you give some clarification on that for us, brothers, please? Because, and family, I'm going to show the video here of what actually had transpired during this demolition of their property. But brother, please share with people about.
So just to speed it up a little bit, uh, their land or their community, the land or the buildings were demolished by the authorities of Ghana, and they said they didn't fulfill obligations. One of the accusations was that they had made a hotel that was an LGBTQ hotel. Now, when when they went to a committee, they found out that these allegations wasn't true. They couldn't really stand on what they were accusing them of. So they're looking to get compensated for Ghana actually demolishing the buildings. And let me just skip up a little bit because I want to get to the point that this brother made. Go back to Africa. Let me see.
So it tears me up because this is more than two handfuls of stories, more than 50 stories of issues that I know that Ghana has with those people that I've come across, emails that I received of these different land issues that have happened over the years. And it's a shame that there is a disregard. And I'm putting this out here because I'm frustrated. And from what you're telling me is basically that there was some agreements that were in place, that one, there would be discussions, there would be land possibly given, there would be compensations for the loss of properties, and nothing have been done. And yet now it looks as though that y'all are moving forward to other legal positions. And so my thing is that, and I'm going to be careful what I say because sometimes when I get upset, I'll put it out there a little raw. Well, I'm going to say this right here because I know Ghanaians watch this, and I know there are government officials who watch this. And I've been coming to Ghana for the last 7 years. I have met beautiful people in Ghana, whether it's Ghanaians, whether it's African Americans, whether it's other people who are coming into Ghana to pursue either their happiness, trying to reach their potentials. Many people have come out of America, UKs and Canadas, coming back with hopes of a better life. I have did many interviews of people here in Ghana who have had hopes coming here only to be scammed, only to be taken advantage of, only to be land to be taken. I know people who have been killed here in Ghana because of land disputes. And yet Ghana has made this whole door of return to be some sense of a historical event that, in my opinion, it was only a ploy, a plot, a scheme to get the dollars out of their hand to bring in to Ghana. The last number I was told, there's over 15,000 of us here in Ghana. And I know without the 15,000 of us that are here and those that come back and forth and the money that is sent outside of the country of Ghana, Ghana could not stand. I'm going to put it out there. We have come here to build businesses. And I know my brothers and sisters there in the Hebrew Israelite community. They are pillars here in Ghana. They have factories. They have businesses. They got farming. They have done so much. And it hurts me to the core when I see that when we come with good intentions, a good heart, and trying to come and establish a new way of life, and we hire the locals, we supply the jobs, we are creating an industry for Ghana, and yet we're overlooked, used and abused, and yet we still don't even have a voice. You know.
Yeah, you heard what he said. He said he feel like black people are used and abused. Black people, that year of return thing, he felt like it was a, like a big ploy to get black people from America to come and to bring those dollars into Ghana. And he's right, because they said this in articles a long time ago, that whole year of return in 2019 was about uh, bringing in tourist dollars from African Americans, and African Americans moved to Ghana. They went to visit Ghana, the slave castles. You remember Beyonce went, Steve Harvey, all kind of celebrities went to Ghana to the slave castles, and just to, you know, go back to their roots and, you know, go see what the motherland looked like. And so this brother go back to Africa, and I would say go subscribe to his channel, because this brother, he's a good brother. He has good intentions from what I can see. He's actually out there in West Africa. He's from here. He's from America. But go and check him out. I got to give credit where credit is due. I got to shout him out because he actually showed me love when he not only shared my video, it went crazy on this channel, but he gave me my credit also. So I have to return that credit. I'm using his video, but this is the point. The point is what he said is like he's seen so many instances where black people from America have been treated bad, have been scammed, have been used and abused. And he feels like this whole thing, even with this Hebrew Israelite community, where they have demolished their buildings, he feels as though it's all a big scam. They're being used. And if it wasn't for the African American presence or the Israelite presence that has a good heart, that's coming there with good intentions, that's stimulating the economy, if it wasn't for them, Ghana couldn't stand. Now, this is the article right here. Let me show you this article real quick. Let me pull this up. Ghana hopes year of return will boost tourism, right? Ghana has designed, Ghana has designated 2019 as the year of return to commemorate 400 years since the first enslaved Africans arrived in Jamestown, Virginia, in the United States. The government has been running a massive marketing campaign targeting African Americans and the diaspora. The diaspora is different Black groups that also came through this transatlantic slave trade, and we'll get to that when I'm going to talk about uh, uh, Kai Sinnat, his comments about African Americans having no culture. It says, and various events have been arranged. The focus has been on memorializing the liberation from slavery, but it has also served as a marketing exercise to popularize Ghana as a tourist destination with transatlantic trade appeal. So they basically have taken uh, the experience of the transatlantic slave trade and commercialized it. That's what they did in 2019 uh, for the year of no return, the year of return. That's what they did. They commercialized that experience. They commercialized slavery, the experience of slavery, the history of slavery, the liberation from slavery. Ghana commercialized it. That's what they did. And now you see what is really actually happening on the continent. You see what is actually happening with brothers and sisters that are there on the continent, living in Ghana, being taken advantage of, uh, being accused of things they are not doing, uh, their buildings being destroyed, their livelihoods being destroyed, and nobody is seeing the big picture. The big picture is that same energy that you see that is happening with Black Americans that went to live in Ghana because of the year of return, because of that marketing scheme towards African Americans. The big picture is that that's the same energy that was used in the reason why we ended up on slave ships in the first place. Everybody ain't the same. I don't know how many times we have to tell Black people that just because you're Black, just because you're dark skinned, does not mean you're the same people. Does not mean you're the same people. And so we have to go through these things, whether it be in America or whether it be in the west coast of Africa, and still learn a hard lesson that everybody at some shape, some way or form is against us. Now, this is supposed to be the motherland. This is supposed to be where your brothers and sisters from. This is supposed to be, Pan-Africanism. But Black people is getting treated like crap, even over there in the so-called motherland. And Black people are looked at as a way to get money from all angles. And you just seen in that article I read that the year of return was all about bringing in some tourism dollars from African Americans, because we silly and we're gullible and we don't know our history. We don't know that the people that sold us were actually the people that hated us. And so we would go over there with good intentions. We go over there, with a good heart. We go over there to build a new life, and we find out it ain't what it's cracked up to be. So that's it on that story. Now I want to get this other story, this other video. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if this will play.
Food look good. I done start seeing bugs. She got a dead roach right here.
Bro, like, why would you sit there and record stuff in my house?
Why would you invite me over here knowing that you got roaches?
Okay, it don't matter. Like, why you recording?
Because I'm going to expose you.
For what?
I met you off Instagram.
It does not matter. Like, that's not cool. Like, why would you do that?
You know it's not cool. You done invited me over here with roaches.
Bro, nobody else have ever had a problem.
I'm not everybody else.
It does not matter. You live in College Park.
We're not talking about me right now.
Going in and out your house. You got a problem. I don't ever record nothing in your house.
We're not talking about me right now. How you going to invite me over here for dinner and you got a dead roach and you got one? You got one right there.
It do not matter.
Bro, no. This is not my house. You should have this shit clean before I came up here.
My house is clean, but just because you see a roach don't mean I'm dirty. What the hell you mean?
You don't think you dirty if you got roaches?
No, I'm not dirty.
Where did they come from?
What's your purpose of recording what's going on in my house?
So you feel some kind of way because I pulled my phone out and start recording?
Yes, I do. Like, you wouldn't feel no type of way if I did that. You act like you
So that's not dirty. How I'm gonna enjoy my meal and you got roaches and shit?
Like it's in your
Nah.
hand, like it's a bug in your plate.
Shit, how I know?
Look at me, stop playing. Like, who cares? Just
I
pick
care.
them up. Pick them up if it's just that bad for you.
You knew that these roaches was here. Why didn't you pick them up?
And first of all, who can listen? It don't even matter at this point. Like, it ain't no big deal.
It's a big deal. Look, I met this girl off Instagram.
So this brother is at a woman's house, at a girl's house. I guess she said that College Park. Somebody help me out where College Park is at. He's at her house and he decides to make a video of her having a dead roach after just being served. This is the thing with this generation. Everything you experience or you go through, you don't have to run to social media to show the world. Now, whatever his reason was, I'm sure in a few years he's going to be like, that was kind of lame. Because situations like this is a personal matter that he could have just pulled her to the side and said what he had to say. Now that the fact that he's made a video, I'm going to talk about it. But for future reference, things like this should never be posted on social media. It's not something that you should go and put on social media, okay? And let's be real. Everybody don't raise their hand all at once when I ask this question. Who's grew up or lived with roaches? What about rats? Who's lived in the ghetto, in the hood? This is the thing. Like, we like to front a lot in the Black community, and I understand. Like, but at one point at some time, somebody has grown up in a house that had roaches. You necessarily don't have to be a dirty person to have a roach infestation. Roaches literally can live outside and come into your house and just multiply like gremlins. So to how could I say, to have a stigma about it or to look down on someone, I mean, come on, man. We done all been there. And I'm the type of person that with anything, I become a damn exterminator. I become a rodent, insect terminator. That's what I become in a house, right? But the point is that we all have had at some point in time either lived with it or know someone in our family that has had them. Now, this is the part that's really, how can I say, this is the part that's more on a psychological level. Okay, so this part is, he's saying it's dead right there, and you can kind of hear the pain in the sister's voice while she's saying, why are you recording? What's the point of recording it? And you can tell that this sister is doing the best that she can. Maybe she just didn't get around to it, but maybe she is trying her hardest. Maybe she's a young mother trying her hardest, or maybe not even she's a mother. I don't know. It doesn't show that in the video, but you can hear the hurt in her voice because this brother who thinks he's actually doing something, and I'm, like I said before, later down the line, he's going to see that that was kind of lame. That was, he could have handled that whole situation. He didn't have to run to social media to get clout or whatever he was trying to do by posting the video. The thing is that when you live in poverty, your everyday surroundings become normalized. So coming outside and seeing trash on the street or seeing a rat or, seeing a roach in the house, after a while, it becomes normal. When you live in a place where you have slumlords, where you have things not being fixed, where you live in the hood, we try to get away from the fact that 95% of us grew up in the hood and we experienced these things. Most Black people didn't grow up in a home that with a silver spoon in their mouth. Let's be real. So this is something that is common, but it's something that you shouldn't run to social media for, is what is my point. Why run to social media when nobody really cares anyway? In a year, no one will care. In 2 years, no one will care about you trying to expose somebody for having roaches when you have them. Like she said in the video, you have them too. So yeah, I'm gonna drop that video. Let me get to the next video, which I think a lot of sisters will have a opinion on.
As a woman outside going to the
Let me rewind it.
when you wear a bonnet as a woman outside going to the store, going to the mall, you look dusty. You look really dusty, sweetheart. You look like you stank. You look like you haven't taken a bath in days. There were times when I used to work at the counter, and I remember women coming to the mall with pajamas on and a bonnet. And it just looked like you didn't wash ass the first. You look like you didn't even brush your teeth, but you sitting up here with a bonnet on and pajamas trying to try on lipsticks.
Now, this discussion has been going on for a very long time. Women or sisters wearing bonnets in public. Now, what this sister is saying is that I mean, okay, let me just say this. I see it from both sides. Okay. So I see two different perspectives. So on one hand, let me just give you a scenario. This is a scenario that actually happens every day. Your children, as a woman, they got to go to school. So you get up, you got your bonnet on, and you got to go and you got to rush to the store to get some cereal, get some milk or something for the kids to eat before they go to school. So to me, that is okay. I mean, you don't have time to change and do yourself up and, you know, get, ready to be out in the public. You just got to go and go grab it. Now, what the scenario that this sister was talking about, and this specifically, she said where she worked, I guess, at a department store, and you got women in their pajamas and in their bonnets trying on lipstick. So now when you think about it from that perspective, it's like, okay, maybe they had to rush out the house. Well, when you think about it, most department stores or the mall, it don't open till about 10 o'clock anyway. So the time between, opening of these places, what was you doing in between that time? You couldn't get up, take a shower, and get ready and get presentable? You could have. So I see it from both perspectives. As you see somebody outside in their pajamas, you kind of already know, well, they didn't do those basic things. Maybe they did brush their teeth, but we know they ain't washed their tail. We know this. But you never know somebody's situation, or you never know what's going on with a person. So you can't look at a person, and we can't look at nobody in the same light because we don't know everybody's situation. Like what I just brought out about the woman that might have to get up and it's an emergency. She got to get up for her children before they go to school and go grab them something to eat, go get them something early in the morning. She has a bonnet on her head. She still has her pajamas on. So in all, there's different reasons for different situations. So we can't, like how she said, if you have a bonnet on, you look dusty as a woman. You look dirty. That's her opinion. But I understand where she's coming from. If you're working at a department store or a mall, it's because it takes a while for those places to even open. So you have about 4 or 5 hours to do whatever you got to do to go out in public and look presentable. I also want to say is that a lot of times where I know this, women, they do their hair, they want their hair to stay a certain kind of way. They're not ready to take their hair out just for anything, going to the store or going here or going there. So I understand that also. Like me growing up, I didn't experience that, like this whole big thing about wearing a bonnet or whatever with women. I never seen I never seen the women in my family go outside like that, like in pajamas and stuff like that. I never seen it. So I don't have a opinion against it or for it. I just see that there are different situations that fit wearing it and not wearing it. Like that. Well, why couldn't you? You had enough time to actually get ready and to look presentable. So What happened? And then there's situations where a woman has to get up and she has to move fast and she don't have time to do all of that. So I can see it from both perspectives. All right. So that's about all I got. Uh it seems as though the stream has been struggling. So I'm gonna do some technical stuff with that and figure that out. Because I would like to go live a little more here as opposed to the studio. But good looking for all y'all that's been rocking with me this whole live. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about well, I guess I'll go back live Sunday. I'll be back online Sunday and we'll have some good stories. I'll have a Black Authentic Truth story, a real good one that you probably never heard of, and you'll definitely be educated. So shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me. This is the Thawahgabar for Black Authentic Truth. You already know what it is. Peace.